pamangking.
Yo.
Kumusta na po? At natapos po ang ACQ at napakasaya po na nangyari kahit talunan kami. Nevertheless, congratulations to
Congrats.
the winner, Juancho Morales. No surprise there. And the beneficiary of the pass down, si Anton Alianan. Congratulations, brother.
Into the top 4
Into the
pa
top
din,
4. Into the top 4.
Oo.
Congratulations.
Yung mga nag-day 2, yeah.
Actually, congratulations to everyone who made it to day 2. It was a tough tournament. And, yeah, well, it was tough for me because, well, my deck wasn't optimized, but let's see. And Blue Steel sucks this set, but anyway.
It was tough for me for other
Di naman
reasons.
sobrang
It doesn't suck that
sucks.
much, but you know, it's not as good as it was. But anyway, speaking of decks, that is what we are going to talk about today. We are going to be discussing budget decks that you could use for, well, for casuals or to get yourself started kasi madami na rin kaming newbies na nakikita sa mga tournaments and nagtatanong lagi sa amin na what are viable decks, and sometimes nahihirapan din sila to get cards. This is one of the things that we usually do, so as a service to our newbies. So
it's a service
to the
for what
newbies,
it's worth.
For what it's worth. So newbies, again, welcome. And here are the rules for the budget decks that we will present to you. So it's, as usual, it's less than $50. It's around 3,000 pesos. It used to be just 2,500 something, but yay. And of course, all rarities allowed. And again, we want to reiterate, this is not Purkana. So we're not restricting ourselves to just commons and uncommons. So, but we do try to avoid chase cards as much as possible. And we still want the deck to be viable or at least have a decent upgrade path. Just like a PC. Back in my PC building days, upgrade
so yung
path
ano namin is yung thinking namin dito is that we wanted to avoid cards na pinagkakaguluhan palagi sa buy and sell, no?
Yes.
The usual as much suspects. As possible, the usual suspects, no? And yun nga, parang we specifically made this episode to identify yung mga cards na if you get them, then they would slot right into the deck.
Yeah.
In some way or form.
Or if you started like a set ago, 2 sets ago, these are some of the cards you might already have.
Yeah.
Diba?
You might already have. Possibly.
Right. Yeah, possibly.
Maybe yes, maybe no.
So let's get started with the first deck, and that is courtesy of Ian.
Nagbaliktad kami ngayon. Ako naman yung una, tapos sila na yung last. No, so we'll start with something a little bit easy. No, so we got GP Evasives. This was mainly quote unquote stolen from kay Villain, kay Baker.
Baker.
No? Yeah. So we tried to approach this one from a easier standpoint, no. This will never be a tier 1 deck. No, yun naman din yung sinabi niya. And since we're approaching it from a budget perspective, I wanted to make something a little bit easy to do, no? And not something na parang starter deck level, no? Fairly cheap. This is the cheapest that you will see today. No? Ito yung pinakamura. Barely 500 pesos. Kung yung ibang cards nga dito, pwede mo nang hingiin kung kaya mong hingiin, no? But very straightforward game plan and a very easy upgrade path na pwedeng i-follow. So key cards for this deck is obviously si Todd pati si Copper. I included yung isang 3-drop Copper for a little bit of extra draw. May discard ka, yes, but it still digs through the deck, no? Ang pinaka key card mo dito will be the Shift Todd and Copper na tandem.
Just the friends.
Not a lot of decks can deal with a 3/3 evasive at turn 2, no? And this deck can also sing some stuff like put the pinaka from me. No? So
help me.
So yung natin, yung Todd Copper can sing that. Can also sing colors for a little bit of extra draw. No? So, kung kailangan ninyong i-bounce yung mga cards that would deal with your evasives, iba-bounce ninyo siya. No? So, nakatulong dyan yung Vixie to help bounce all of the other things, no? And kahit papiso-piso ka lang na nag-dollar gain, now these are pretty difficult to deal with, no? And pwede siyang mamatay with yung mga
Windstorm.
POPs ng steel,
Yeah.
no? Pwede siyang
Windstorm.
ma-GG ng Windstorm.
Isang
But the
windstorm.
question is, who uses Windstorm?
Yeah. Well,
No?
that's why you have Snowfort. Snowfort actually is a deterrent for
Oo,
Windstorm. It
yung
can't
yun
do
nga.
anything.
Yeps.
It will have, it'll give you 2 damage maybe. So,
Mhm. And yun nga, yung mga sinasabi nila is that so far technically is tempo loss, but it's kind of fine, at least from my
mm,
perspective in this deck, kasi you can drop a Snow Fort and then Todd and Copper can bounce a something on the other end. So
yes.
parang technically,
Bawi,
nininegate mo lang yung
nahabol.
turn na yun.
Yeah.
No? Again, yung bounce nito will try to make it so that you can get away with like just questing ng paisa-isa. Definitely dies to a board wipe, no? Doesn't have a lot of draw. Sakto lang with chucks, no? Included a wildcat for the extra item hate, no? Kasi marami tayong mga items na nakakainis, no? Kahit pa isa-isa natin tinatanggal yan, no? It's still there and it's also evasive, no?
And at least Wildcat is repeatable.
Yeah, pwede siyang paulit-ulit,
Mhm.
no? The Rapunzel is also there to, have a body and then bounce other things on the other side. Can also sing the things that will bounce the people on the other side. And it's just pretty straightforward. Layer evasives, you bounce all the threats on the other side, and then just quest. No? With a very straightforward upgrade path as well. No? So if you have money for Dumbos, then obviously, kaysa nagka-quest ka, you also get to draw cards, which could fuel your engine. No? If you have Mushus, you could also slot them in. Things that would be removed kung meron kang Dumbos and Mushus would be the genies.
Yeah.
You could remove the Frozones and then some odd Tods na yung may draw na Tod, you can remove those. Maybe change some of the ratios and you'll still have a pretty straightforward, pretty okay deck that can win you some games in
Probably a weekly.
weeklies.
Yeah, in the
In
weeklies.
weeklies. Baka nga makapanalo ka pa ng weekly with this, no?
Sneaky.
Can get you maybe far in a set champs, maybe. Now, this could kill some decks talaga. No? Yung mga boosties, probably kaya ninyo silang i-outquest because they don't have anything that could deal with these people
Yeah.
except for a wipe, no?
Oh,
Hindi rin sila makaka-challenge kasi they all have
Horseman Strikes
reckless.
is they don't barely use Horseman
They
Strike now.
barely, I mean like, pag Horseman Strikes ka, the
Ilan
only
lang,
target
oo.
lang dyan na masakit mawala is si Todd and Copper. The
Yeah.
rest will be pretty okay.
Replaceable, oo.
Yeah, so
They're all expendable.
yeah, and maglagay ka lang ng Snow Fort, you're pretty much
Yeah,
safe
safe.
from Red Alerts, UTS. So nandyan sila to help you with those things. And I feel that this is an okay deck to
It
start
is.
with.
It does look
And it's
okay.
pretty cheap. It's the cheapest one that you will see today.
It's barely
No?
600 pesos. So
Siguro kung some of these cards you could just win in weeklies, like yung mga White Rabbit, dami-daming promo dyan.
yeah.
Humingi kayo sa tao, no? If you've been to the DLC, you would have one foil Pegasus at the very least. No? Ito yung deck na pwede
Grabe.
nyo siyang,
Mas
pwede
mahal
nyo
pa
siyang
yung,
gamitin.
Yung
Mas mahal
nag-increase
pa
ng price. Isang card lang.
Yun yung isang card. No? Kung
Naging
gusto lang ninyo.
naging $100 and $109.42 dahil sa Pegasus.
sa isang
Naglagay ka ng-
Pegasus.
Kung gusto mo mag-flex ng mga DLC Pegasus mo, ito na yung deck para gawin siya. No? So, So
So much for
yun
a
siya.
budget deck.
So much for a budget deck.
Bonus points, walang legendary.
Bonus points,
Oh
walang
yeah,
legendary.
galing.
Actually, kung tatanggalin nga natin yung what they call this, yung colors, bonus points, wala rin
Walang
super
super
rare.
rare.
Super
na, na. So, that is the first one
Okay,
na
and
meron tayo.
we
No,
can
and
move on to the next one,
move
which
on
is
to the next
also
one,
Ian's
which
deck.
is also mine. So, ito is kind of a holdover from the previous set. No? Ito yung tinatawag namin ni BJ na Jack Jack's
Jack Resort and
Resort
Casino.
and Casino kasi siya kasi may konting pagkaroulette niya, no? And the obvious things that were removed from this one is yung apat na dock and yung
Mhm.
apat na dwarf mine, no? But I think it still retains a lot of its power, no? Yung dwarf mine is now replaced by Carl's house,
Yeah.
kaysa nagda-damage kay Silor naman, no? The other card here that would have been nice is yung parang Vine Entrance, I think, but you needed Floodborns to do the
Yeah.
damage, so wala na rin. Yung draw engine in this case, kaya nga yung upgrades ko dyan is ratios eh. I'm not quite sure if you needed, kasi syempre yung docks are still docks na.
Mhm.
And this is just me
Draw.
doing the theorizing, but yung Carl Fredricksen and then yung Touch the Sky could act as your draw. The ratios for it, I'm not quite sure. Yung Carl and then yung Touch the Sky can easily be replaced by Smolders, which
Mhm.
is dapat nandyan siya sa upgrades. I kind of forgot. Pero kasi I was thinking just maybe adding or rearranging things. But the core of the deck is put some locations, have some big characters to challenge those that will challenge your locations. And then when you drop Jack, just banish everything on the other side. No?
Everything without ward.
Yeah,
Medyo
kasi
gambling
parang
na.
kasi parang one in every 3 cards
Yeah.
will
Is a
will
location.
will 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 be Jack-able. Jack-Jackable.
Jack-Jackable.
That sounds
No?
terrible, but
That sounds
okay.
terrible, but okay. Game plan is get a Gantu. Yung Gantu will throw a location which you could get later on with the Get to Safety or a Pocahontas.
Yeah.
No? The
Virtual insanity
the
Gantu.
the Scrooges are there para lumaki
Yeah.
at
For threats.
tawag ba nun, for mambuli, no? So kung merong hahampas, mabangga siya, hindi mo kailangan i-quest yung Scrooge to get value for it. It's just there to threaten things on the other side, no? Beast is there to challenge the small things. Of course, John Silver is there for the many questing, and of course, Jack
Yeah.
Jack being Jack Jack. No?
Incredible potential.
Hindi gagana yung hindi gagana gaano yung yung actions and then yung characters. But aasa ka na paisa-isa kang nakakapatay ng ng mga tao through revealing the top card. Yung Jack Jack nga pwede siyang yung combo diyan is that you get Sleepy Hollow from the top.
Yeah.
Makakapatay ka sa kabila.
Perfect. Oo.
Tapos
And
ang
then get to
gagawin mo is you
safety.
get to safety. So you get the Sleepy
Get the more
Hollow,
draw.
put it there, you draw a card. Si Jack ilalagay mo doon and then he quests for 2 and then you gain 2. No? So then doon ang gagaling
There's a sequence there that
may
you could run
mga
into.
sequence dyan, no?
And similar nga dun sa naunang deck. Like yung nauna ang kalaban Windstorm. Ito ang kalaban Freeze the
Freeze
Vine.
the
Freeze the
Vine.
Vine,
Works
yeah.
Freeze the Vine, di ba?
Meron namang nagra-run yung mga yung mga all items deck, no?
Yeah.
But kung gusto mo rin as an upgrade, kung galit ka sa all items deck, maglagay ka ng Find and Flatten
Yeah,
dito.
Find and
Bawian lang.
Flatten.
Bawian lang.
Yun.
No? So again, pretty straightforward deck. If you want to, you can just put all of your locations in play, then have the Illuminary Tunnels, i-winter spell mo, and then just gain all that lore. Maybe do a Touch the Sky para ma-draw mo
Yeah, to
lahat
get
yun,
the
and then
cards.
just magsuka ka na naman ng sobrang dami locations. Like what we said earlier, no, para siyang casino, no. If you get horrible draws, you will play this one horribly. Pero kung
But if you hit the
medyo
jackpot,
pag
The
nadja-jackpot
jackpot.
ka, the jackpot, oh, no? Paano patuloy-tuloy yung ano yung mga pagbabanish mo on the other side.
that's a
So
good deck to start with.
very quick on my end and actually also very cheap. The only thing that I think might be difficult to find here is yung John Silver. Kasi ano, yung mga tao, meron silang mga John Silver na nakatago pero di
Hindi nila
nila
ginagamit. Yeah.
binibitawan.
They were waiting for this
Binibitawan.
moment for location
But
decks.
nobody's making it, no? Yung mga Scrooge would be easy to find. Gantus will be easy to find.
Yeah, especially the Gantus. Everybody has probably
Siguro
8
yung
Gantus.
yung Castle Wyvern for some reason is a little bit difficult to find pero parang
Even though it's in the
okay.
starters.
Eh, kasi may makukuha ka pa bang starter?
That's true.
That's true.
Anyway,
So yun.
yun.
Anyway, so yan siya.
And that is the
Kung
second
gusto
deck from Ian.
kung meron kang gambling addiction, baka ito na yung deck para sa'yo. Clocking in at below 1,000 pesos.
Yes. Almost like
Almost like
700, 800.
1,000-ish.
Yeah.
1,000-ish.
Alright.
Could be cheaper.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on to Hans's decks.
Cha-ching, cha-ching,
Ching,
cha-ching, cha-ching.
and Hans has the most expensive decks. Who went over $50. Thanks for following the rules.
Thanks for following the rules.
Barely
Wala
following the rules.
May 5-0 pa rin. I mean, cents.
Yeah.
It's fine. Okay, so my budget deck, yung Sprite Todd. So, despite me having been saying na amber is the color of the future, halos walang amber dito. So, ito nga yung Todd focused. As I've mentioned in the past episodes din naman, nung pumipili tayo ng cards, Todd got support with more cards, and then ito yung incarnation na yun. Ganito ko siya paano na-envision. It's budget for me because I invested early on Todd.
Yeah.
I have these I have some of these cards already nung mura pa sila, ngayon lang sila nagmahal kaya naging 50.
Okay.
So ayun, and then the addition of the new set 13 cards nga. So let's break it down. Yung key cards natin, of course, one of the more mahal pieces of the deck is yung Willow
Mhm.
because Amber, because Willow. And then key card, of course, your major removal dito sa deck, which is yung Under the Sea. May if may nangre-raise sa'yo, you can Under the Sea. You have shifts to do that. You have discount characters to help you sing with that. Madali mo siyang magagawa. And then it's for kahit na uninkable siya because you have, ayun nga, yung discards natin dito sa deck. So, discards meaning yung mga either draw for discard or discard for anything. So, we have yung Strike Todd, yung Todd Clever Fox. Meron din actually dito nung Strike a Good Match. And then yung Gaetan Moliere nga, yung mole natin. So,
Titan
we
Moliere.
like those discards.
Literally digging.
Yes. So we like those cards kasi the discard is not a bad place for us. So parang yung previous deck na merong Virtual Insanity Gantu, you discard locations. Dito, you discard your Tods, especially your big Tods, kasi you could always bring them out with Widow Tweed. Andito rin yung Horn King natin.
Yeah.
'Di ba? So, merong siyang comeback potential. And then meron din siyang early rush potential given na may discounts nga with Grandmother Willow. Vixie can be discounted din. And then, na-mention din earlier yung Todd and Copper Best of Friends na on turn 2 pwede can wreak havoc. Tapos, with those evasives, Copper can make a short work of that. Nagbibigay ng +1 lore pips to those evasives and medyo malaki din naman at turn 3. So, may ano nga siya, may viability with some of the pieces that you might have ignored in the past na ngayon with the new additions in the new sets, medyo viable na nga siya. Meron ako ditong Snowball Fight I would like to see it get some more use. So if you have an evasive in play, uh, discard si kalaban ng one card and then you gain one lore, which is okay lang din naman. You control their hand. And then we talked about yung possible upgrade paths nga. So I have some options here. Circle of Life is another sync together option that could bring someone that you discarded from the discard pile. Retro Evolution device, which is yung can work with Horn King. I was just informed of this earlier na pag active na yung ability ni Horn King, he can retro evolution from the discard. And then a primo upgrade din talaga is yung Ohana. So imagine you have Big Tot, tapos mananapak ka, tapos he gets damage and survives, tapos you Ohana him, he stands back up and you draw as much kung ano yung na-damage sa kanya. So that's big value. And then, of course, as with any greens, Mushu, it will always be a definitive upgrade sa mga deck na tulad nito. So, may early rush, so maubusan ka ng hand, Mushu is a good addition. So, yung $50 na ito, with these upgrades, mas lalong tataas.
Yung ano ko lang, hindi ba chase card ang Under the Sea? Ang hirap maghanap yun ngayon.
Is it? Is it?
So FYI, yung Under the Sea is falling a little bit out of favor
Okay.
sa ibang
Yes.
decks. Kaso mahirap pa rin siyang
Yeah.
hanapin. Yung UTS kasi doesn't work well with some of the decks like Boosties, yung mga Ruby, Amethyst kasi medyo malalaki. Unlike sa Infinity na marami siyang tinatamaan. So it's kind of falling off but still pretty hard to find. Kasi yung ano si Hans, yung kanyang definition of mura is nabili niya ng mura dati.
Tsaka yung
Back in
Willow,
my day.
mahirap din maghanap ng Willow.
So again, yung rules naman natin is as much as possible.
As much as possible.
As much
Okay,
as
okay.
possible.
Sige, sige.
Although yung immediate upgrade ko, I think for this one is to remove the copper na 2 lore and just replace it with a ton na lang na 1 drop. I think would be better.
Yeah, the one drop Todd would be better.
Some of the ratios pwedeng palitan. Yung Retro Evolution, habang mura pa, pwede na maglagay.
Yeah, pwede na yun.
Buy jank cards now.
Yes. You never know. So we can move on to the next one.
Let's go. Cha-ching, 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 cha-ching.
It's a not
The most expensive deck.
$52.85. My God. You're stretching the $50 limit. You went over it by almost $3.
If the whole deck is $52.85, I guarantee you I spent more on one Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse. So that's fine. I technically spent more, but it's fine. Okay, so yeah, giving it attention lang to the deck name, it's Eminem.
M&M. Because it's
Mickey
M&M.
Mouse and Minnie Mouse. So, ito actually yung similar. Actually, ito yung I tinkered with it a bit, yung more or less dinala ko nung ACQ. So, yung Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse package combined with the boost package. 'Di ba? So, the usual one drops are here, one drop minis. Tas yung Flynn Rider as an early boost. We have yung Scrooge McDuck Small added with yung Scrooge McDuck Big that gives boost, tapos yung small naman helps with dig, tapos ayun din yung Mickey Mouse Bob Cratchit. No one was paying attention to this card before, 'di ba?
Yeah.
Yung cheapest Mickey in the market, tapos nung nagkaroon ng Adventuring Duo, biglang tumaas. So
hindi siya tumaas ng sobrang taas.
Yes.
Pero
Market
mahirap na rin
prices.
maghanap niyan kasi yung mga tao biglang nagtago na lang.
Yeah, also ako din yung bumibili ng Bob Cratchits.
Saka pala,
He's cornering the market.
ikaw pala may kasalanan dyan eh.
Yeah, so we talk about yung key cards. Again, yung nuts, 'di ba? We need the nuts. Yung
Yeah.
Adventuring Duo, if you could pull it off at turn 2, that's perfect, 'di ba? If you could do that with consistency, better. That's why nandyan nga yung boost package natin, empowered by Fred Honeywell. So, the boost package, parang deterrent na din in a way. You boost your characters, they do their own thing, tapos pag na-challenge sila with cards under them, you get to draw as much. So, not just challenged, but banished when it's on the opponent's turn. So, makaka-draw ka, maka-build ka pa, maybe you get the nuts again, mas okay yon, 'di ba? So, yun yung thinking ko with the boost package. And then, finally, yung Pete nga. So, Pete, with again, it's a consistent na dig na you don't have to reveal. Pwede ding mas malalim yung dig, and again empowered by Fred Honeywell. So share ko lang din, no, at ACQ I was able to get a pit at like 6 or 7 boost. So parang ang lalim nga talaga ng hukay. And then I see the value nga on being able to control your hand with the lot of the ink that Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse affords you when they die. So okay nga siya. And then this is again an upgrade dun sa dinala ko sa ACQ. So right now meron na ito nung Strike Todd, yung
Mhm.
Clever Fox nga na draw discard. And then yeah, I opted to add the Mickey Mouse Detective na nga for more ramp. So getting to that critical 7 ink, uh, 6, 7 ink, 8 ink area enables you to do a lot. And that being said, we talk about yung upgrades natin. So yung upgrades, it was brought to our attention na yung, ayun, okay din talaga yung Merlin na envisioning the future.
Yeah.
Quiet.
He shared the tech.
Share the tech.
It's okay. Yun yung upgrades natin.
Yeah.
Merlin envisioning the future. It's a good card. People know about it. So yung Merlin, it's a draw thing that helps you out as well. It works around with yung Pete then kasi it's under deck thing. Another upgrade is yung Ursula Deal Haver nga. So if they opted to kill your Donald Fred Honeywell first, yung mga boosted mo na characters na wala nang option to draw for the cards under them, pwede mo na lang gawing ink. And then yung Ursula din kasi has on the play lore pip addition. So might help with pressure then if ever. And
Wins
then as all
games.
yes, so one lore is everything, 'di ba? Minsan yan na nga lang yung bitin sa atin. And then as usual, as an Emerald boy now, Emerald decks need Mushu. Well, there's no ways about it. Emerald decks need Mushu. Uh, especially with yung adventuring duo, if you pull it off at turn 2, that's 3 cards off your hands. So you need Mushu talaga kasi magkukulang
Yeah.
ka.
Yeah.
And I think that's it for this deck. So it's a bit expensive, but again, these are cards that you weren't paying attention to before. Like, sino bang gumagamit ng Scrooge McDuck Reformed Ebenezer? Wala!
Wala. Another
Well,
upgrade that I could suggest here is Big Hades.
Speaking
sige.
of chase cards,
Speaking of chase
But
cards,
again, it's an upgrade.
they-
Upgrade naman eh. The upgrade could be a
Upgrade
chase
naman,
card.
upgrade
If you can
naman.
get a Hades, that would make that topic. Because this is all about getting as much ink as you can. That's
yes.
and
yes,
once you get
yes.
to that critical ink area again, 8 ink or more, it's gonna be easy to drop that
It's gonna be
Hades.
played, yes.
And that Hades is going to wreck someone's day.
Yung sa akin, I would play it a little bit differently. Pero, I mean, like, if you could get these cards for cheap, then
Yeah.
Yung ano nga, yung Donald Perfect Gentleman, right? So it's a draw card. It's been around na since before pa. Some decks use it, some players don't. Kasi nga it gives a card to the opponent. But ayun, na-reprint siya. So like it's around, 'di ba? Uncommon lang naman 'yan. And then especially nga yung Fred Honeywell din. Yes, it's legendary, but it works with boost cards that people don't use.
And it's a legendary that's relatively cheap.
Mhm. So ayun, yun yung definition ko ng cheap. Kasi I bought it cheap.
kasi kailangan natin ayusin yung definition natin ng cheap for the next episodes kasi hindi tayo nagkakaintindihan eh,
Market price.
hindi
Like,
kasi
tumaas kasi yung market price. Pero
hindi
kung-
kasi
pa-
pwede na ano
nung,
eh
binili,
na
nung binili niya to, mababa pa.
it's like months ago.
Anyway, that is it for Hans's decks. And we move on to my picks. Surprise, surprise! They're both blue
It's blue
steel.
steel.
So it's Sapphire Steel Detectives because it is the most viable blue steel build, and it's relatively cheap at $38.16. And we've seen a lot of versions of this deck, but the key cards will always be Darkwing and Launchpad, Saint Canard's finest, and of course all of the other shift targets that you're going to be spamming all across the board, because that's what you want to do with this deck. You want to have a shift target for Nick Wilde, a shift target for Judy Hopps, a shift target for Darkwing and Launchpad. And in this build, some builds don't have Mrs. Incredible. I wanted to put her in because when Mrs. Incredible and Darkwing are both in the board, they just wreak a lot of havoc. Of course, there's one of the best removal cards that is really, really suitable for this deck, which is the Terror That Flaps in the Night. It's pretty much a 2-cost smash. Who doesn't like a 2-cost smash? And it can get it's actually one of the troubles with steel against amber steel is that when the 1/3 stitch comes down, it's really, really hard to answer. It pretty much guarantees that the shift, Lilo, and stitch will come down. If you have a Darkwing in play and it's the second turn and that stitch is on board, the Terror That Flaps in the Night can get rid of that. Easy peasy. And once again, just to play this deck, it's pretty straightforward. Get your Darkwings out. Get your shift lines. Get your shift targets out. Of course, the Darkwing, the Ward Darkwing is a very, very nice, very, very nice card that can stay on the board for a while, and you can use it as some sort of sudden bazooka if you have to. You just it's a 4/1, so you can opt to wait for the shift target to come, or if there's a really critical target that is exerted, it can take that out instantly. I added the 2-drop Mrs. Incredible as a shift target, also because I've noticed that in some games that 5 strength of Darkwing and Launchpad, sometimes it's not enough, so it adds a little challenger to bump it all the way up to 7 and take out a bigger target. And as for upgrades, actually it's more about the ratios. It's actually as good as it is. Like as you
ratios talaga.
Yeah, it's just the ratios and tech cards probably. So that's
I wouldn't leave the house without 4 shift nicks.
I don't know. It's just I just really had to, because I see it so often in my opening hand. I mean, I'd like to see it in my opening hand, but sometimes I see 2. So
Okay lang. Okay lang.
And it's kind of hard to manage given the uninkables. And Launchpad, the 2-drop Launchpad, so valuable. Once you get that on board with the Darkwing, that is a draw engine that's just gonna take over the game if you can take care of it. So
yung ano kasi dyan, pwede mong buwasan yung Thunderbolt, I guess.
Yeah, I guess you could.
To move it around. Yung Darkwing that comes with damage.
Yeah.
Pwede rin sigurong palitan.
Actually,
in favor for some of the other shift targets.
Yeah.
Kasi I mean, like it's a really solid deck. Yung ward kasi nung tandem na Darkwing is very difficult to and if you really are able to put the Mrs. Incredible and yung Darkwing dyan, para ka na rin nag-board wipe.
It's a board wipe.
Yeah.
Another upgrade that you could put here is One Last Hope, but again, manage your uninkables. If there's a One Last Hope with the Darkwing and the Mrs. Incredible, that's a board wipe. That is a board wipe.
So, but if you have yung naman yung Judy Hopps na shift, you really don't need the Ang kailangan mo lang talaga is yung Mrs. Incredible.
Yeah, yep.
And then just pero yung One Last Hope kasi is there to
to challenge
with challenging
to initiate a challenge. If they're not exerting, all right, you don't need to exert. I'll take you out with One Last Hope. And then start the party.
maybe one or two para lang to get the party started.
Actually, that's the thing. It could either be take the Let It Go slot, but again, manage your
Ako
unincamables.
yung ano
But it might be the Thunderbolts that
yung
might
Thunderbolt,
be the sacrificial lamb on the chopping block. You could
yung
actually survive with
Thunderbolt
two Thunderbolts in this deck.
and or yung 2/5 na
Yeah, Darkwing.
Darkwing.
But
Yeah.
yeah, up to you.
Kasi
But
ang dami mo ng ano eh, may launchpad ka na,
Yeah.
may
May
ano,
true.
that's like 12 shift targets.
Yep, that's it.
So parang feeling
Of
ko
course, we always want more.
sobra na.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, it's just a matter of the ratios. It's relatively cheap. It's some of these you could already get from the detective starter if you have it. And some people would probably have a lot of these cards because they bought the detective starters. Like, I think between all of us, we have 3 detective starters. So you could that's already like half the deck right there. And everything else you could just get from all the other sets. So yeah, that is it for my Sapphire Steel detectives. And I think they've already given their opinions. Surprise. So the next one will be another Sapphire Steel build. And this is actually a modified version of what I brought in the ACQ, which did not perform well again, but I think I want to explore this concept a bit more. This is the Sapphire Steel Heroes, and it relies more on the shift line. So there's Robin, there's of course Violet Par, and Violet Par is the most important shift line in this deck because she is the one that trigger that loot effect whenever you play a hero. That's gonna be the one that's gonna help you filter through those cards and get you the cards that you need. So of course, and you also want to get to that 6 ink range, and that because you want to be able to quest with that Ward Hades, because that is going to be one of the ways that you win the game. But of course, how you win the game is really just controlling the board, controlling your hand, managing your hand, getting those shift targets out, and sometimes even ramping with those 4 Antonio Madrigals. That has been the one of the tech cards that I've been exploring because
secret sauce natin
Yeah.
yun for a while.
yeah, for a while, because if you get a shift Robin down or a shift Violet down and they get to challenge into
Heal,
something
yeah.
that gives them damage, drop this down on turn 4 aside from the Merryweather, and then you could heal up to 3 and then ramp a card from the top of your deck, put it into your Inkwell, so that you could set yourself up for a Tinkerbell next turn or a Shift Hades, or even that draw engine, which is the Robin Hood that gains evasive when it's his turn. Although that is one of the cards that I had to sneak in there that not very many people use, because the upgrades for this deck are obviously some really nice legendaries like Merida and of course Big Hades. Big Hades, you're gonna have to extend your ink ceiling for a bit. You make it go up to 7. But with Merida, it just really makes sense given that there's 4/3 arrows. And of course, the
Storm.
windstorm that will just wreck everybody's day once those 2 come out. And it's really, really satisfying when it does. So, yeah. And unfortunately, again, Steel has had a rough time getting some draw ever since Doc rotated out. So we will have to get the next best thing by far, which is You Broke My Smolder. But again, we want to rely more on Violet Par's looting ability, because she triggers herself, she triggers the other Violet Pars. So sometimes I would loot 3 times if I get them out, if I get them both out or 3 of them out. So it just really, really helps you get to what you need. So yeah, that is it. What do you guys think?
Blue and steel.
I am
Talaga
so sorry.
Yeah, variety naman ng konti.
It's pretty standard naman. No? You move the pieces around, but yeah, it's recognizable. Yun na lang yung term. Very recognizable.
Sayang yung slot, PJ.
Sorry. I'm sorry. The cult will not be happy if I don't.
Pwede naman kasi gawa ng ibang deck. Tapos
Sige, promise next episodes I will not do blue steel.
Steel blue naman.
Steel blue naman. I am so sorry.
Parang lang i-set up, no? Kasi parang, if you were to choose between this and the other one, what would you make? Obviously, mas...
Detectives.
Oo,
Detectives, but I want to
Malaki din.
explore this. So, but detectives is
Oo.
mainstream now. So,
But still pretty
Mainstream.
but
budget.
still, yeah, pretty budget, pretty good. Detectives is still the best Blue Steel. Anyway, enough about Blue Steel because this is devolving into cultist talk. So yeah, that is it for our budget decks. Please tell us what you think. But before
No more
we
blue steel.
but before we leave, I guess we're gonna do some housekeeping. So I guess
Housekeeping. Okay,
Ian, take it
so
away.
Housekeeping.
medyo matagal-tagal pa, no? But yung, well, hindi na matagal-tagal. This weekend we will have yung high market card case tourney sa August 1. I think that's on Saturday. No? Ito yung palaging tinatamaan ng mga major event na palaging napopostpone.
Yeah.
Tapos ngayon, I think matutuloy na sa wakas kasi wala na siyang kabangga. We won't have any major events up until September 5 when
Yay.
Net Champs happens,
It's
no?
been a hectic few months.
It's been a hectic
A
few
few
months,
weeks.
few weeks, tapos parang kailangan na din ng konting pahinga, konting R&R. Na,
Hmm.
but Set Champs is in a month,
Yeah, a
in
month.
a month's time. So,
More than a month. I
pwede nang mag-ready na yung mga tao. So we have Hobby Stadium, High Market, and Courtside. As of recording, all of them are full.
Yeah.
So, well, hindi naman full, pero parang may konting slots na lang. So, silipin na ninyo kung meron pa.
Though expect some
They
people to drop.
they
That always
expect some people to
happens.
drop
And
kasi
expect the
ano,
shops to extend din yung yung slots nila.
Yeah, if
I mean,
well,
anything can
nag-extend na sila.
happen kasi
Nag-extend na
matagal pa.
sila.
Yeah.
Actually, what I really like is kung anong ginawa ng high market where they extended the slots to 64. Tapos yung reasoning for it is that hindi na kasi they only have 40 of the promo cards to give,
Mhm.
no? We've had some experiences before na kung saan meron tayong mga tao na magre-reg na lang tapos hindi na maglalaro. Tapos
Okay.
kukunin na lang yung promo. So by extending it to 64, I think they'd have to fight for it a little bit
Yeah.
more, no? Makes it a little bit harder, pero that is the nature of
Limitations.
kung gusto
Yeah.
mo talagang makakuha ng mga the stuff, then
Laro.
lalaruin mo siya.
Yeah.
So yung high market, there is currently, as of now, one slot available. No?
Mhm.
Yung courtside is already in the waiting list. And I think puno na din yung sa ano. But again, expect people to drop. Expect people to be on the wait list. Kasi may mga last minute na nawawala naman talaga. So,
Yep.
paki-double check na lang.
Yes. So yeah, stay tuned with those in your check out your Rav plays often. Maybe it won't change, but as the tournament draws closer, even sometimes on the day itself, some people will drop, some people slots will open up. So don't give up if you really want to play. And that is it, mga pamangking. Thank you very much for joining us once again in this episode. And we hope that you got some inspiration for some decks to build for this upcoming set, for this upcoming meta. Get started with it. And please tell us what you think. And if you have any project decks that you want to make work, please let us know and we can probably help you out, see how it goes and see what direction you want to take your deck. And that again, that is it. Thank you very much. As usual, we will see you in the tournaments. Bye-bye.
Bye.